Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. How are you guys doing? So, gratitudes of the day. Number one gratitude, I got to sleep in this morning. Although I was still up pretty early, but had a lot of energy for the day. So that's my first gratitude. The second gratitude is I immediately went into packing, and there is still a ton of stuff kind of strewn about. Strewn about? I think that's how you say that. But just all across my room. But, everything's more organized. And I've started packing up my clothing. So the thing about doing that is I need to figure out what fits where. I already know, just looking at everything in my room, that I'm probably going to need to get more storage bins. I just don't know how many yet. But I should have enough to take a load tomorrow. Number 3, I did get through all of the crystals. Now, I do have some more that I'm going to be selling. I need to pack those in a suitcase. So the ones that I had in my room for sale that I've had for quite a while, those need to get packed up, but everything else is packed. And I just need to tape the boxes, which will be tomorrow, and then figure out how everything's going to fit into the car so I can take a load over. It's going to be a full car. Number 4, read some more of Onyx Storm. It is getting really good. So I don't want to say any spoilers, but it's looking like they're about to go on a quest. And so I'm really curious to see where this quest takes them. And just curious about Zayden, like what's going on with him. If you've read the last book, you kind of know about him and his situation. Number 5 for the day. I had a really good writing lesson today. Kind of figured out that I don't, like, ever since I started writing, you would think that requesting a canter from a horse would be the most difficult thing, but I've never had a problem with that. So I can get the canter, but it's the fast trot that I struggle with energetically matching. And so I figured out today that they're so close together that I just need to get more clear about what my request for a fast trot looks like. So we're going to get there. So good lesson. Number 6, met with one of my clients today. It was such a good session. I love helping people. And especially this person that I was seeing today. I don't know, it just went really well, and I'm just glad to be of service to people. Number 7 for the day. Got myself dinner and just had like a quiet dinner while I was watching the Crystal show and eating, and that was really nice. Number 8, Crystal show. I didn't actually get anything this time, but it's a really good show. I love to see everything that they source. All in all, it was a day that I needed, I would say, considering all of the packing that I've been doing. So it's going to set me up really well for tomorrow. Number 9, I am grateful that I got to do a brief walk outside. So before I went to my writing, because I was writing and then I was seeing my client right after, I just took a quick walk for myself, and it was just nice to be out in the sunlight. And it was probably only like 30 some degrees out today, but because of how cold it's been, it feels like it was in the 50s or 60s. So that's, but there's still snow out, so it was really nice. What are we on? 9, I think. Dinner yesterday with my dad and stepmom was really nice. Talked for a long time. Oh, I'm so grateful for my dad too. I mentioned that my low pressure, with the air in the tires, the notification came on, and I had already filled up my tires at one of the gas stations because, with the free air, and it still didn't go off. And so he ended up filling them up um, a lot fuller, and then, figured out how to turn off the sensor. Oh, that's what he said it was. So I learned something new. If your car alerts you that there's low pressure in the tires, it might be telling you that the spare is low. I thought that it was something to where it was only monitoring the tires that were physically attached to the car and the ones that it was using. No. So it was actually rating my spare. And so I will never forget that. So just FYI, if anyone else gets a notification, check your spare as well. But super grateful for my dad. That was really nice of him. And it was still cold out last night, so while my stepmom Paula and I were talking, he went out and helped with my tires. So it was really nice, and I appreciate it. Also, his birthday's coming up soon, so I already have in mind a gift that I'm going to give him, but it'll probably just be there after his birthday. 10 for the day. 10 for the day is going to be... I'm grateful that I have everything I need food-wise for the week. I've been trying to use up things, so I'm currently doing smoothies, and what else have I been making? I have a spaghetti squash I need to eat up. Frozen green beans, and then I've been using the frozen avocado in the smoothies, and I used to do smoothies almost every single day, and while I don't do that anymore, it's been nice to do that right now. Oh, and my stepmom so nice of her to give some of my plants a home, and yeah, I think, for the time being, just give them a home and look after them, and they were able to take my some of my remaining sugar, so won't be putting that in the storage unit. So there's a lot going on. But and my neck. I just did something to my neck, but grateful for heating pads. I might actually put that on my neck tonight. That sounds lovely, actually. So those are my gratitudes. Oh, and one more for you guys. I'm grateful because I completely forgot that I had put, what is it? It's the tack, it's the putty, it's the, what is it called? I don't remember off the top of my head. It's going to come to me. But anyways, the, spackle. I think it's called spackle. But the spackle, I found a tube of it, and so I was able to fill up the holes in the walls with it. Thank goodness, I could still get it out of the tube. It did kind of make a little bit of a mess yesterday, but I was able to fill up the holes in the walls. So that's all we really need. I'm grateful too, because I don't need to take it with me. So, it's been some good things happening. Okay, so those are the affirmations. And now we'll do the message of the day. So there's something that came up earlier, but I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. So the message that we were talking about yesterday was, are you afraid of creating? And, switching from emptiness to space. And then if you're looking at the space, why are you afraid of creating? Or are you afraid of creation? And the fact that, we are basically meant to create all the time, and we ourselves are creation. So the continuation of this, getting really clear on what's in your life, looking at what you've created so far and what you hope to create, and eliminating anything that is not aligned with that new creation. So a lot of times we'll get a image, a vision, a dream of like what we want to do, see, experience, accomplish. And we go, that looks nice. Like I would like that in my life. But our lives are so full of everything else. And so sometimes, because what you're seeing is actually just a result. And that's 0.01 of the entire journey you're going to take to get there. So some of the questions that we have to ask ourselves is, how can we make this journey enjoyable? How can we make this a journey we still want to be on? And most importantly, how can we make what's just in our minds at first more tangible? And one of the quickest ways to do that is to eliminate and make space for it to come in. So let me give an example. You may or may not like where you live, right? But let's say, I would really love to own a house one day. Like that's one of mine. If I'm so connected and so I keep wanting to say inundated, but not just connected, but if I am so emotionally tied, there we go, emotionally tied to the space I'm in now, how can something new possibly come in if I don't have any space or room for it? So usually the process goes first is that you're willing to give up the old so that the new can come in. And so where in your life does it not match? If you had the new thing, what would you need to give up or change? This can be something personality related. This could be something emotional. This could be something mental, physical, environmental. Only you are going to know. But think about what actually, if you got the thing you wanted today, what doesn't really vibe with it or jive with it? And, let's say you do want to own a house. Like, maybe it's not the house that's your current house that's the issue. So there are some cases where, you rent it out or you stay there for a little bit longer, and that's not going to impact the new coming in. But let's say this is the only thing that's coming to mind really, but like let's say you have some pets and this is a good one. Okay, let's say you have some lizards or maybe like a rabbit, and you're moving to one of the coldest places on earth. Like that's your dream. Does that necessarily fit with where you're going? Right? Is it an environment that they're going to thrive in? And if not, maybe that's something to consider. And I'm only using this example because it's something that's more tangible, right? Or people do this, with kids where you want to move, but your kid is either in middle school or high school. Do you uproot their life or do you stay and then move after? These are all factors that go into what is your ultimate life look like for you. But regardless, there is something that already is starting to feel uncomfortable or like it doesn't fit in your life right now. That's a sign that that's probably one of the things that needs to go change or modify to better fit the dream or the image or the life that you want to give yourself. So that is the message of the day. Curious to see what you guys come up with. Let's see. One one thing for me that I've been working on is mentality. So one of the things I have to give up, and this is going to be really interesting, maybe I'll talk more about this tomorrow, is pain. In a lot of the thoughts that I have, right, or really in a lot of the things we ingest, pain is such a part of that. Think about like any of the romantic comedies, think about any of the, I don't know, the action movies, the sci-fi, like there's someone that's just always in pain. It's someone that like loses something dear to them, and love is a struggle, and like even if you get the person you want at the end, like the guy comes back after breaking the girl's heart, like all this sort of stuff. And I've just kind of decided I don't want that for my reality anymore. So my job is shifting my mentality so that way it's not looking always for situations that amplify both love and pain. And that doesn't mean that you're going to have a reality free of pain, but it does mean that you're probably going to experience a lot less of it. Or situations where, like, I don't think we realize, if you examine your thoughts, how much you put struggle in your thought process. And it doesn't have to be, but we're just so conditioned to do that. So that's another thing that I'm going to be working on eliminating. So that's the message of the day. Now for the affirmations. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it. I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely, and I'm worthy and deserving of experiencing my deepest desires and being loved, nourished, cherished, supported, uplifted. Number 3, miracles and blessings are a common occurrence throughout my day. I love to see them and I deeply desire more. Number 4, I am worthy. Number 5, I am wealthy. Number 6, ooh, let's change those. I'm going to change number 5. I allow myself to be wealthy and live in my abundance and live in my never-ending abundance. There we go. Number 7, I allow myself to be healed and healthy. Number 8, I'm not stressed. Everything's being worked out for my ultimate good, and I have everything I need, and I am well taken care of. Well taken care of, yeah. Number 8, sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing, uninterrupted sleep is available to me each and every night. I claim it tonight and every night. Number 9, I breathe easily and deeply in this sanctuary of bliss, peace, and protection where I powerfully reside. And 10 for the day, I choose again, and I choose so much better for myself. That is all for today, guys. I love you all. Thank you for being patient during this time where I am just prepping and moving everything almost to the finish line with that. But I love you guys. Hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.